Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Azur Lane up today. So we are in the middle, well, not quite halfway through the Tower of Transcendence event. So I've been going through it, doing the pools, pretty much on pace to actually do 200 by the 12th, which is when you have to be finished. This will close on the 12th. Of course, you'll have another 7 days after that to complete the actual event portion for the chat or for the portrait frame, but the actual build will end on the 12th. So you need to make sure that you pull at least 200 times by the 12th. The biggest part for a lot of you may not be the cubes, but actually the coins. Pulls are expensive. You know, it costs a little bit, so just make sure that you're keeping that in mind as well. It's not good to have 200 cubes. Come to find out, you have maybe 5,000 or 6,000 gold, and you're not that, because if you do the build, it's 1,500 coins just to do build. So you got to keep that in mind while you're doing the pulls. You know, you might get lucky and might not need to go the full 200. I have not been lucky from that standpoint, but I have been lucky on the other standpoint. I have managed to get a couple of the ships that we actually needed. I got them fairly quick. I actually got Albert on the first day, so let's go ahead and take a look at the dock if I got them in the favorites. So I do already have I got you 1206. She's 10,000 inside of the actual mini event, so that's the first copy of her. So I have her. I also have Prince Adalbert right here. I got her, and I've got Elb as well. So, and then I can get Mag. What was her? What's the last one's name? Mag. What was her? Magdebu. Let's get her name there. You get her from the shop, from munitions. Magdeburg. Yeah, Magdeburg from the shop. So I'll get all of the ships. So I just need Magdeburg, which I get, and I just need Ulrich, which I should get a 200 pool. So I should be able to complete the event. Shouldn't be any problems. A little bit behind as to where I want to be. You know, just holiday season. You know, a lot of stuff going on. It's really difficult to focus on this when you have people, relatives and whatnot around. So I haven't been able to hit the event as hard as I want to. So I'm only up to C2. I'll be finishing the C2 up this evening. And then I'll go ahead and continue on. I'll probably try to knock out C today and then get into D tomorrow. I've been using the oil as I go through it. Haven't really found anything interesting. You might want to take a look. I think it's B2, just as in C2. There's a bombardment going on while you're on that screen. So you might get hit with, exterior damage. So you might want to add a healing ship in there. If you're low level, it's not that big a deal for a mid-level to high-level fleet. It's minuscule and it shouldn't affect you. But if you're a low-level, mid-level fleet, and you're not up to the 70s, you might actually take some damage from it, and it could make completing the actual stage a little bit more difficult. So just keep that in mind, that there is a stage that has exterior bombardment every 3 moves. There'll be a clear marker on the board showing where it's going to hit, so it's not like it's a surprise. You know it's coming. So what you can do is you can just get right to the edge and maybe move once this way, and just move once or twice. That way you know when the bombardment's going to occur. Then you can go in and kill it, because you've got 3. You've got 3 moves before it bombards again. It also changes spots. So just a little bit. You just need to keep a little bit abreast of what's going on, and make sure you don't get hit that often. Just to give you that. So you just take a little bit of healing, maybe. San Francisco's fine. Maybe Yuho. Any one of those will do some healing for you. A little ancillary healing will help. Other than that, everything's pretty much normal. I haven't seen that's anything really difficult. They got another of the screens where the screen slowly closes. The board, starting from the left side to the right side, it starts to, if you get in, if you move back into the spot where it's just taken over, you'll take damage as well. And it moves all the way across the screen. Okay, so you have to, keep both of your fleets away from it. So you have to move. You have to actually, think about what you're doing. I know in a lot of the previous events, the stages have just been pretty much the same. Every now and then they'll throw something unusual in there, but it's not something that requires you to, completely change your mindset. This right here is a little bit different. You do actually have to think on a few of these stages, so it's pretty nice. You have to pay attention just until you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that big a deal, but just understand that you might need to pay attention to where your fleets are at on the board at all times, because in the one that targeting, it changes, and if you happen to be in it, you'll take damage when it hits. And the other one, if you keep your fleet on one side of the board, as that thing's coming over, it'll get it. You'll start taking damage each move. So you just need to keep that in mind and pay a little bit of attention to those particular stages. It's a pretty interesting event. The story was excellent story. So I think you get a kick out of that as well. So I'm in good shape. Like I say, my biggest problem now is just getting the actual ship, Ulrich. I want to get her. So let's go ahead and do a build for you guys. I got 8 slots, so I'll go ahead and do a build of 8. And as you can see, that's 12,000 coins. So 200 builds. 200. Gonna throw a lot up there. So just keep that in mind. So we're looking for Ulrich. Okay, I got Magdeburg. So now I no longer have to spend the 8,000 inside of the shop to get Magdeburg. So we just need Ulrich and we'll be all set with this event. And then it's just a matter of getting them all to 70, limit breaking them, and then of course claiming the chat screen. And we didn't get it this time either. Yep, didn't. That's pretty much what I begin. Lots of suffix and nerfix. So nothing there, but I did get Magdeburg, so that's nice. That saves me 8,000, so I'll no longer have to actually put her into my thing. So I'm at 84,200. So just you want to make sure that you pace it. Okay, make sure you pace so that you'll be on track to do 200 by the 12th. Okay, so that you're guaranteed to get Ulrich. Gold. Make sure you do all of your dailies, especially today, because all the dailies are up. So if you take a look at your dailies, okay, a few coins for this one, so it's not that much, but numerous, numerous, numerous. So all 3 of these dailies will give you a large sum of coins, so make sure you take advantage of those. Okay, now unfortunately it's going to reset, and on tomorrow, Monday, you'll just have your standard tactical training, which is daily, and you'll have escort mission, but it's again numerous for you, so make sure you do that, okay, so that you can get your gold. You need to replenish your gold. Also make sure that you keep make sure that you're not full. You regenerate coins in here offline, so make sure that this is always clear, so that you're always regenerating coins overnight, so that you'll have some in there in the morning. Okay, so that's the easiest way to get coins from that. There's really not any other way to get a large sum of coins. You will get some a little bit through missions and stuff like that, but yeah, you just want to keep an eye on your coins, because that's what it's going to be. So so keep that in mind when you're doing the screens. All right. So these events are pretty good, enjoyable events. Make sure that you're doing. We don't want to look at that. This right here is the sortie build. This is the main screen. Nothing there. This is the thing. This is her. I got her. You get it for 10,000 the first time. Every 10,000 afterwards, you get some more. You just need to focus on getting her once. So you want to at least get 10,000, so you get a copy of her. Tonic and tea. As you do these little things, you'll get the upgrade tickets, and you can go visit. There's a story. Iron Blood and the Royal Navy are competing against each other with their shops to see who has the most popular shop. It's funny. Okay, so something to do. New Year's, make sure that you are going into the New Year's event, and you gotta do a wish, make a wish. choose which ship, and then do offerings. Okay, and that's all you have to do. And at the end of the event, they'll give you a ticket to get and you can choose one free ship. Okay, as you complete these things, you get the permits. These permits are used for the Ironblood Cafe and for the Royal Tea House. Those also give you buffs as you go through it. You do the fireworks each day, and you can launch the fireworks, and you get a nice fireworks display up here above your actual event screen. So that's pretty. Okay, and that's about it in terms of everything from the standard. The event, yeah, like I say, a nice event. I'm glad that they've actually put a little bit more thought into it this time, and they actually made something that's a little bit more interesting and does actually require a little bit of thinking. So I need to retire all these ships. You get a little bit of coin when you retire ships as well too, but not much. So see, just 160. So it's really not. It's not much, and then you get a little bit more once you sell the actual things. But yeah, so yeah, but just keep that in mind. I know that happened to me on Shinano. I had enough for the pity for Shinano, but it got really close to the end of it, and I realized that my shortage was not from the wisdom cubes, but from gold. So keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons that I kept these in hock right here. Was not only because of the oil, but because of the gold. As you can see, I've got 6, 8. I've got about 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got 12,500 in gold right here if I need that. Okay, combined with the oil that comes with it, which is nice. So that's why I kept, because max is 69,000. But I'm on pace, figuring in right now on how much I can get from the dailies and stuff, and from I should be okay. It all depends. That's to go the full 200. Like if in Shimikaz, literally, I got Shimikaz in like 2 days, and then I turned right around and got like 4 copies. So I'm not lying when I say, if you watch my previous videos, you'll see I got like, I didn't even need to use a bullet on her, because of the fact that I got so many copies, I could just use copies of her to limit breaker. So it was ridiculous. But I also realized that was probably going to hurt me for the next UR ship, because had so much, all my RNG luck got used up on that last one. So hopefully my luck will turn back here. Hasn't as of yet, but my luck has not been all bad. I've got all of the ships now except for Ulrich, which I should be guaranteed to get once they get the pity. So I should be able to complete the event. So I'm just leveling them up. As for the ships, there's really not a lot. Ulrich is a really good ship. On par with FDG, they're saying, but she's really not. FDG's still a better ship, just simply because she does a lot more surviving, but she also has a better skill set for surviving. But Ulrich's an excellent ship, so they are close to being comparable. So you definitely, of course, want to get Ulrich. The other ships, I'm not impressed with them. I've been using Aldebert since I got her. Okay, and she's a light cruiser. She's supposed to have, she's a heavy cruiser, but she's just not very tanky. She's supposed to be tankier than Prince, but I haven't seen where she is. She does have a lot of hit points and stuff. As you can see, she's nearly at 3,000. That's a lot of hit points. But I just really haven't seen. But I haven't worked on her skills yet. So I assume that she's going to be a lot better once I start working on this skill. I was working on this skill just to give her a little bit of firepower to help me eliminate the skills quicker. So I'll start taking it on this, taking one for all. It's above 60 spawns a shield, so she's going to get a shield. So I'm hoping that shield will make her much more tanky. Because I used her on C2, which is where I just cleared. She nearly died. She was in red. I had her on a corner. I had to move her to the middle for a little bit more protection. She did manage to last the whole sortie, but yeah, it was tricky there for a while. And as you can see, I've got a pretty good weapon set on her, as well as some to get reload, so she could put out a little bit faster. Just trying to emphasize damage at this point. But yeah, this is going to give her a shield, so she should be much more tankier when she gets the shield, is what I'm hoping. Really, and after that, all the other ships, we'll have to see. I haven't had a chance to get Magdeburg out and run her through the paces to see. The sub, not a good sub at all. There's much better U-boats that you could find for that. Elbe is an aircraft carrier. Again, nothing, nothing too howl at the moon about or anything. Just a normal ship. So there's really not that much inside of this event in terms of the other ships that I can see as of yet. But yeah, you definitely want to get Ulrich. She has a slow, so she's definitely going to be a really good ship. One of the best that we've had. So you definitely want to get her. And she's also has some capabilities to be in and out of flagship position. So, because a lot of people like to get FDG and flagship for the spread on her shot, but you'll be able to, you can off flagship Ulrich. So yeah, there's some things that you can do with her. So she's definitely a good ship. So you want to try to go ahead and get her if you can. But just keep an eye on your gold. Make sure to do all the dailies. All right, so that's all I got. I just wanted to give everybody a quick update, let them know where we were at on the event. The story was great. As always, they did an excellent job. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. But yeah, going to get some, get a little bit farther, setting up so that we can go into the next level, which is getting some allies from the other mirror worlds with the ashes and with the meta ships, sort of bringing them into the story. So because making them more familiar and adding to the depth of scale that they go. So they did a really good job with this event, and it's a good story. So that's where we're at this point. But yeah, go ahead and get in there and knock it out. Definitely worth the time. And once I get Ulrich, we'll probably do another video in a few days. I should be finished, pretty much close to finishing things up, and we'll see how things are going. And we'll go through the ships a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the stats, full stats on them right now from the internet, and we'll put together a video where we talk about them as normal. I just like to show the ships as I can. I can't really show Ulrich at this point because I don't have her, but I do have all the other ones, so we'll go over what we got in a few days. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. If you click on that bell, you get notified each time we drop a video. Also, remember to like and share the videos. It helps the channel immensely. And I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope this year is a lot better than last year. And I hope everyone had a good holiday season. And this is Kenrir. I'm still coming at you from the corner. Signing out.